Hello, welcome to Medical Device Training. I'm Adele Tarabi. In previous video, I talked about FDA definition of medical devices. In this video, I'm going to classify a medical device according to FDA regulatory. If you are a producer, at the end of this video, you can understand the device class of your product and what approvals do you need to enter your product to the market. I hope this video answers your questions. If you are interested in medical devices or biomedical engineering, don't forget to click subscribe button right bottom this video. The FDA categorizes medical devices into one of three classes: Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3. The first question is, why does FDA classify medical devices in different classes? Or what's the purpose of FDA classification of medical devices? As you know, the range of medical devices are very wide. For example, you can consider a bedpan to MRI machine. If the safety and effectiveness of each of these medical devices are not ensured, they will have various risks for patients and their uses. For example, here we have three medical devices with different classes. First device is mechanical or manual hospital bed. The FDA class of it is class 1. If mechanical hospital bed doesn't work correctly, it will not cause death or serious injury. The second device is electric hospital bed. It is considered as class 2 according FDA. If an electric bed doesn't work properly, especially if it doesn't provide standard positions, it may increase the possibility of patient falling or putting pressure on the patient's body. The third device is defibrillator. If it doesn't work correctly, it can cause serious injury or even so death for patients or users. So it is a high risk device, and according to FDA, it is in class 3. With these explanations, you now understand why medical devices need to be classified. So, because the importance of safety and effectiveness of medical devices is different, FDA determines different level of regulatory control for each class of medical devices. If you search your product in the FDA medical device database, you will see one of these status as device class. Class 1, Class 2, Class 3, unclassified, not classified, HDE. Now we want to explain these classes. Class 1. The FDA defines Class 1 devices as devices not intended for use in supporting or sustaining life or of a substantial importance in preventing impairment to human health, and they may not present a potential unreasonable risk of illness or injury. These devices are the most common class of devices regulated by the FDA, constituting 47% of approved devices on the market. Class 1 devices are the fastest and easiest to bring to the market since they present the lowest amount of risk to the patients and are rarely critical to life-sustaining care. The majority of Class 1 devices are exempt from FDA requirements for pre-market notification 510(k) and pre-market approval PMA. But Class 1 devices are not exempt from FDA general controls. Example of Class 1 devices: oxygen mask, surging gloves, urine collecting bag, bandages, tongue depressor. Class 2. Class 2 medical devices are more complicated than Class 1 devices and present a higher category of risk because they are more likely to come into sustained contact with patient. This can include devices which come into contact with the patient's cardiovascular system or internal organs and diagnostic tools. The FDA defines Class 2 devices as devices for which gene control are insufficient to provide reasonable assurance of the safety and effectiveness of the device. Most Class 2 devices come to market using pre-market notification 510(k) process. Example of Class 2 medical devices: catheter, blood pressure cuff, pregnancy test kits, syringes. Class 3. The FDA defines Class 3 devices as products which usually sustain or support life, are implanted, or present a potential unreasonable risk of illness or injury. Just 10% of the devices regulated by the US FDA fall into Class 3. This classification is generally extended to permanent implants, smart medical devices, and life support systems. Class 3 devices are subject to all FDA general controls and the FDA pre-market approval PMA process. Example of Class 3 medical devices: pacemakers, cooling cap, implanted prosthetics, IUD birth control. Unclassified device. An unclassified device is a pre-amendment device which is considered unclassified because its predicate was on market prior to 1976. A classification regulation has not been promulgated until the unclassified device type has formally classified and regulation established. Marketing of new devices within this type will require a submission of a 510(k) per market notification. Once classified, these devices may require submission of PMA, a 510(k), or be exempt from any per-market submission. If you search nephrostomy catheter on FDA medical device database, this information will be displayed to you. A nephrostomy catheter is a tube that may be inserted to kidney to help urine well. As you see, the device class is unclassified. An unclassified reason is pre-amendment device and submission time is 510(k). Not classified device is a post-amendment device for which the agency has not yet reviewed a marketing application or for which the agency has not made a final decision on such a marketing application. Example of not classified device is non-continuous ventilator for emergency use. As you see, the device class is not classified. For medical devices which are not classified, come to market using the other process such as emergency use authorization instead of 510K and PMA. HDE class. Humanitarian device exemption. HDE class is programmed for humanitarian use device. A HUD is a device that is intended to benefit patients in treatment and diagnosis of diseases or conditions that affect fewer than 4,000 individuals in the United States per year. The Office of Orphan Products Development (OOPD) determines if a device meets specific requirements, including scientific rationale and population prevalence, for designation as a HUD. HDE submission is similar to PMA but are exempt from the effectiveness requirements of a PMA. They still must contain enough scientific evidence to show the benefits to health of a device outweigh the risk posed to users or patients. An approved HDE authorizes marketing of a HUD. Example of not classified device is coronary covered stent. As you see, the device class is HDE and submission type is HDE. Thank you for being with me in this educational video. In the next video, I want to teach you how to search medical device class in FDA medical device database. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I need your support to continue this educational path.